welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about 4 extremely rich young individuals in the world, all not more than 30 years. Do well to watch till the end, because the 5th individual who should be on the list but has controversies and doubts about her net worth. In this video we're going to be talking about the said individual. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more of our exciting videos. Now let's get into it.
Gustaf Magnin WITZØE owns nearly half of SALMON ASA, one of the largest producers of the pink cod fish. His stake in the Norway-based company was gifted to him in 2013 by his father Gustaf WITZØE, who founded SALMON in 1991. The company has been at the forefront of industrialization of fish farming in Norway and now one of the country's biggest industries. In 2016, SALMON harvested close to 130,000 plus tons of salmon. WITZØE is from the island of Fong outside Trondheim, and while his wealth may come from salmon, he is evidently interested in other business pursuits. Last year, he invested in regional-based startups The Gobi, a Snapchat competitor, and Key Butler, which aims to help Airbnb hosts with key deliveries and maintenance for rentals. And he's not necessarily angling for the top job at SALMON. As a result, the younger WITZØE currently holds the largest fortune in Norway, at least based on capital inside the country, according to a Business Insider. The elder WITZØE, meanwhile, is still listed as one of the top executives at SALMON. He serves as his Director of Strategic Projects, holding a degree in engineering. He co-founded another company to help innovate styrofoam packing for fish farming industry before moving on to SALMON. His millennial son Gustaf has not shied away from the spotlight. Gustaf Magnin is a well-known model signed to Norway's Team Model, and he boasts over 101k followers on Instagram. His Instagram shows him running on the ocean, showing off his extensive tattoos, golfing and hanging out in exotic locations. In addition to his professional modeling shoots, Gustaf also has a cute dog which makes regular appearances. Gustaf Magnin said he's a regular boy in a newspaper interview. He also confessed that his parents have regrets about handing over control of SALMON to him when he was only 19. He said they believe they should have taken more time to think it over, which is actually true, considering his age and all. While he is venturing into investing and modeling, he's still best among the youngest rich folks in the world. Although he is beaten in the 4th ranking of fresh-faced billionaires by fellow Norwegians, the Anderson sisters Katrine and Alexandra. Gustaf Magnin WITZØE was 19 years old when his father Gustaf transferred the family fortune to him through the investment company Quiver. He and his family owns 53.4% of SALMON. Also, he invests in startup businesses too. On his forearm he has a tattoo of his parents illustrated as 2 angels above the starry sky with the text, "My True Heroes." Sounds really cute. WITZØE admits he has been incarcerated briefly. At the end of his high school days, he was arrested for overtaking a vehicle at 116 km per hour in a 60 km zone. The outcome was a 2-week span in Bedford prison before Christmas in the year he turned 20. FANG is a co-founder of food delivery app DoorDash and serves as the head of customer engineering. He owns about 4% stake in DoorDash, with listed shares in New York Stock Exchange in early December 2020. DoorDash is a technology company passionate about transforming local businesses and dedicated to enabling new ways of working, earning and living. And leads DoorDash consumer engineering team, where he's focusing on growing and retaining DoorDash customer user base while increasing engagement for DoorDash marketplace products. In this role, Andy is responsible for the overall product vision, technology roadmaps and architectural directions of the DoorDash consumer platform. Andy holds a BS in computer science from Stanford University, where he met fellow co-founder Tony Su and Stanley Tang, whereupon the concept for DoorDash was born. Now, let's look at what the amazing company does. DoorDash Inc. is an American company that operates an online food ordering, and in January 2013, they launched PaloAltoDelivery.com in Palo Alto, California. In the summer of 2013, it received $120,000 United States in seed money from Y Combinator in exchange for 7% stake. It incorporated as DoorDash in June 2013. DoorDash overtook Uber Eats to hold the second position in total US food delivery sales, behind GoPuff. By March 2019, it has exceeded GoPuff in total sales, at 27.6% of the on-demand delivery market. By early 2019, DoorDash was the largest food delivery provider in the US as measured by consumer spending. It maintained the market position in 2019. In October 2019, DoorDash opened its first ghost kitchen, DoorDash Kitchen in Redwood City, California, with 4 restaurants operating at the location. By June 2020, DoorDash has raised more than 2.5 billion USD over several financing rounds from investors. In April 2020, during the COVID-19 pandemic, DoorDash announced it had stockpiled tens of thousands of gloves and bottles of hand sanitizers and was offering them free to delivery drivers. The company also said it has changed its default drop-off option to contactless delivery, which was a smart move. That month, DoorDash became the fastest growing food delivery service. DoorDash had its IPO in December 2020, making FANG's next with an estimated 2.2 billion USD as of December 2020. You're wondering what an IPO is, right? Well, sit tight, I'm gonna explain that right away. An initial public offering, an IPO or stock launch, is a public offering in which shares of a company are sold to institutional investors and usually also to retail investors. An IPO is typically underwritten by one or more investment banks who also arrange for shares to be listed on one or more stock exchanges. College dropout Austin Rosso founded and run automotive sensor firm Luminar Technologies, which went public in an SPAC merger in December 2020. An optics prodigy, Rosso developed the idea for Luminar when he was just 17. He dropped out of college in 2012 after receiving a $100,000 Thiel Fellowship Grant, a program funded by billionaire Peter Thiel to nurture entrepreneurs. Following Luminar's listing on NASDAQ, Rosso became the world's youngest self-made billionaire at age 25. When he was 15, Rosso's parents introduced him to a legendary entrepreneur, Jason Eisenhower, who became Rosso's mentor and later joined Luminar as co-founder and chief technology officer. Rosso has said that he often teaches himself new skills from Wikipedia articles and YouTube videos. Amazing! Rosso founded Luminar in 2012 while still in high school. The company spent its first 5 years in stealth mode. Rather than purchasing components, Rosso engineered and manufactures Luminar's leading component himself. In December 3, 2020, Luminar went public, trading on the NASDAQ as last. Rosso's 104.7 million shares, roughly 1/3 of Luminar's equity, were worth 2.4 billion USD at the close of trading in December 3rd, making Rosso the world's youngest self-made billionaire. He also became chairman of the company at this time. Luminar competes with laser leading makers like Velodyne and Ava, which make high-tech sensors to help self-driving vehicles see their surroundings. In 2017, MIT Technology Review named Russell an innovator under 35. In 2018, Forbes named Russell to its 30 under 30 list for founding and leading Luminar. Russell appeared on the Fortune magazine 40 under 40 list in 2021. Motor Trend ran Russell 41 on its 2022 power list. Cool! Alexandra Anderson, born 23rd July 1996, is a Norwegian heiress. She became the world's youngest billionaire at 19 in 2016 and held the position of youngest billionaire on the Forbes list for 3 consecutive years. As of 2020, Anderson was the world's second youngest billionaire and her net worth was estimated at 1.1 billion USD. Anderson is the daughter of Norwegian industrialist Johan H. Anderson Jr., owner of Fred A.S., who in 2007 transferred ownership stakes of 42.2% each to Alexandra and her sister Katrina. Anderson's father Johan still runs the company and controls 70% of the votes via a dual-class share structure. Fed-run hedge funds is an active investor on the Nordic Stock Exchange and has a private equity investment. Alexandra was confirmed as the world's youngest billionaire when the Norwegian government published tax returns about people above 17. Despite her upbringing in the most popular families in Norway, her father made her learn the art of saving money. Alexandra buys second-hand cars as her father doesn't allow her to spend money in new cars. After 3 years of age, Alexandra inherited a passion for horse riding from her mother Christine. She started by riding tiny Shetland ponies in Kongsgarden Park in Oslo. Before continuing her education in Oslo, she studied at the MAGNAR boarding school for a year. Her father taught her to be humble and save money. Until the age of 17, she lived in relative obscurity when Norwegian authorities published annual tax return figures. Alexandra was rumored to be in a relationship with a 24-year-old professional mixed martial artist fighter, Joachim Towson. In Alexandra's life, her Christian passion takes center stage. She is a popular and accomplished dressage rider who has shared tons of photos of her horses on Instagram. She has already won many big competitions in dressage. She is now focusing on her professional riding career after winning 3 dressage championships. She competes at the international level and is sponsored by Kingsland in the European Young Riders Championship.
I guess this is the part you all have been waiting for. The 5th individual on the list, like we said earlier, is no other than the hot, pretty supermodel Kylie Jenner. According to Forbes, this young lady isn't a billionaire. Let's see why.
I'm pretty sure you all know who the Kardashian Jenners are. In case you don't, you might want to subscribe and turn on notification, as we are gonna tell you about them in our next video. More than a decade into their fame, the Kardashian Jenners tend to induce eye rolls and sighs among jaded media consumers. But when it comes to their wealth, even critics of reality TV first family are intrigued. The Kardashian Jenner machine and cash it generates has been the subject of articles, podcasts, even books. So when the youngest of the clan, Kylie Jenner, sold 51% of her Kylie Cosmetics to beauty giant Coty in a deal valued at $1.2 billion this January. It was a watershed moment for the family, one of the greatest celebrity cash outs of all time. The transaction seems to confirm what Kylie has been saying all along, and what Forbes has declared in March 2019 that Kylie Jenner indeed was a billionaire, at least before the coronavirus. As said by Coty's chairman Peter Huff while announcing the acquisition in November, Kylie is a modern-day icon with an incredible sense of beauty consumer. That is definitely true. But in the deal fine print, a less flattering truth emerged. Feelings released by publicity-traded Coty over the past 6 months laid bare one of the family's best secrets. Kylie's business is significantly small and less profitable than the family has spent years leading cosmetic industry and media outlets, including Forbes, to believe. According to Stephanie Wissing, an equity analyst covering consumer products at Jefferies, everything the Kardashian-Jenner family does is oversized. To stay on brand, it needs to be bigger than it is. Wow. Based on this new information, plus the impact of COVID-19 on beauty stocks and consumer spending, Forbes now think that Kylie Jenner, even after pocketing an estimated $340 million after taxes from the sales, is definitely not a billionaire. I hope you all enjoyed this exciting video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can always get more thrilling videos like this. See you guys in our next videos.